Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking transfers. Things are starting to click and we've got a big FA Cup game coming up. See you in just a second. Right then guys, hope you're well. Today, as you can see, we're 5th of February, so January transfer window is slammed shut. We've gone on a couple of months since last time. So let's have a little look at the form. So last time out, we took that sort of drub into Man United, didn't we? I know we got a couple of goals, but they were sort of later on, and the performance was a bit disappointing. After not great form, but we'd started to turn things around in terms of performances. Things were looking a little bit better. Anyway, we've gone on, and we've done pretty well. You can see there's a lot more green there. So we followed that up, 1-0 loss to Leeds. It was another poor performance, to be honest with you. Leeds are, they were at the time top of the table. They're still top of the Premier League after 24 games. So Leeds having a real tilt at it. So losing to them 1-0 away from home in hindsight isn't the worst thing. Now after this, we had a little bit of a tactical rethink. I went back to basics a little bit again. I reevaluated this squad. It wasn't a complete overhaul, but we did make some changes. We did sort of keep a similar shape, but started to sort of build from the bottom again. That seems to have done the trick. Really good 2-1 win against Leicester. Timo Pukki on the score sheet again. All the goals early on. So it was a really good sort of all-round performance just to hold on to that lead and see it out. Lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Again, it's one of those results, isn't it, where it's okay, well, it's Chelsea, so fair enough. We went 1-0 up through Giannoulis, and then Anthony Martial, who I'd forgotten had gone to Chelsea, bagged twice fairly late on, and we played okay. I think first half we're probably the better team, and just a little bit of quality showed, but performance was okay. Bounced right back though, 2-1 win against Wolves again. Good at home. We went 1-0 down, and to be fair, we did have to throw everything at it. And then our sort of biggest summer signing in Juan Comar popped up with 2 set piece goals to sort of nick the win. Really, performance was all right, but we just struggled to break down a little bit. Obviously, I've been trying to make us a little bit more solid without us completely sitting back, like maybe we did a little bit too much at the start of the season. So it is starting to show, because you can see we've conceded in basically every game up in December, but it's only generally one. There's a couple of anomalies which we'll get to. Another really good win, 4-2 against Brighton away from home. Feared the worst a little bit after going 1-0 down after 12 minutes. It wasn't a great start for us, but a tremendous Timo Pukki hat-trick. Lallana got a second as well, just to make it a little bit dicey, but in the end we fully deserved it. Going forward, again, we worked on some things tactically, and we went the other way a little bit, but we looked really dangerous, really ruthless. It's exactly what we wanted to see, and Pukki's absolutely on fire. 1-1 draw with West Ham again. We had to sort of huff and puff just a little bit, and Comar again, our saviour. Decent point, to be fair. Don't know what happened here. Just one of those games. Got absolutely destroyed. Game was done. Chased it a little bit, made it worse. We'll move on from that one. And another win against Tottenham. That's the double we've done over them now, isn't it? We had them first game of the season where we got off to such a good start. Beat them by the same Beat them by the same scoreline away from home. Sorensen with a rare goal, and Pukki with a not so rare goal. Again, after coming from 1-0 down, so plenty of character in the squad. And we've really got Timo firing. 3-0 loss against Man City, just too good for us. Damage was done in the first half. We actually sort of played okay. It was weird because we went in at half time 3-0 down, and I was thinking, we've done alright here, we've sort of matched them. But Kevin De Bruyne was too good, and then Billy Gilmore got sent off, and it cost us any way of trying to even fight back into the game. But again, one of those results that's a bit of a write-off, doesn't really matter too much. So FA Cup third round. We're into the fourth round, as you can see. That's what the game we're going to be playing today. Scraped through a little bit on the scoreline, but we did absolutely dominate the game. So we'd made a bunch of changes, played a couple of youngsters. So I'm not too concerned. We got the win, we kept a clean sheet, which was great. And on to the next round. Similar sort of thing against Palace. first team pretty much back out. Had a bit of a makeshift back four, Gibson and Hanley having to come in, injury, suspensions, things like that. But did well, kept another clean sheet. Timo Pukki again. This was a 93rd minute winner. I thought it was destined for a really frustrating 0-0 because Palace were sat bottom of the league, so we needed to get the win there. And Timo popped up with a goal that made us made the fans go wild, and I was running around the room as well. Big win. After when you look at that, then there's 3 losses in there, but they're to City, Chelsea, and then a random one. Maybe perhaps we froze on TV. Who knows? But apart from that, won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the FA Cup, and drawn 1 from 10 games. Pretty happy with that. This was a strange one. This was a really strange one. Again, Brentford undone us. They beat us earlier in the season, and we looked destined to win this one. Forced an own goal on the 13th minute. Back to 1 each. Timo again popped up, put us ahead. Ricky Puig. I think it's Puig. I might have to look that up. Ricky Puig, who we'll talk about in just a second. Brand new signing on his debut. Came on as a sub. Scored what I looked to be the winner, and unfortunately they got us back to 3 each. Just couldn't hang on. So that was a bit of a body blow, but a point isn't not the worst in the world. I think Brentford are doing well actually in the league. I think they're up in 7th or something like that. 8th now. So they're a good side. Pretty deep into the season. So again, not a bad result. And then Burnley away, really good win. Difficult place to go. Ricky Puig again, first start, 3 minutes in, bags us our first goal. Got pegged back, but then Blaise Matuidi with an absolute thunderbolt on the 80th minute. We do like to score goals late, so like I say, there's plenty of character in this squad, and the quality is just starting to show through. So I mentioned Ricky Puig. We had an interesting January. It was a bit tough. We had a few targets. We didn't manage to get a few of them, but Ricky Puig was someone that I was tracking from sort of early on. From Barcelona, so we do business with Barca now. Got him for 800,000, so I think that's an absolute steal. You can see like his value's up to 22 to 24 million. Had to pay him a little bit, more than perhaps we would want, but I think 22. Look at the technical ability on this. When you've seen some of the other players, our creative players, probably like Billy Gilmore, etc. You look at this: 16 passing, 17 technique, 16 first touch, 16 flair, 17 vision. There's some obvious drawbacks. He's a sort of diminutive Spanish creative midfielder, 6 strength. He's only 5'7". I think finishing and whereas his long shots at 10, maybe we can work on those because I do want him to get into the box. But it didn't look like he had 7 finishing for his 2 goals. Let me tell you. So I'm really pleased with that. I think that adds a bit of. I think that's a bit of a coup. I think that adds a real bit of proper, technical quality into the side that we need. And now the other one, I won't call it a panic buy because I was tracking him for ages before the transfer window even opened in Hamza Chowdhury. Now, the reason it might be seen as a panic buy is because we've got so many midfielders already. So there isn't really a place for him right now, but I do think he's a step up, and it is sort of one for the... Not one for the future, like he's a proper youngster, because he's 24, he's about to come into his prime. But I think he's a really good, proper ball-winning defensive midfielder, and it allows us to ship out a good few of those players that have been okay for us, but they're a bit average. So he's a step up. He's someone that I probably would have preferred to have signed in the summer, but his price just kept dropping, and in the end we got him for 3.5 million. It was a late one because we had a couple of deals for 1 or 2 young players that fell through. But we couldn't quite get enough funds together. Tried to ship a few players out, they wouldn't go. It's a whole thing. That's the next big challenge for us, is clearing out some of the average in the squad, and bringing in some quality young players to blend in with what we're generating. We had our youth intake as well. Couple of really good looking players there, I'm told. Haven't seen them yet, obviously. So there is absolute positives to that. So he might be a little bit of a surplus at the minute, but we can start to move out the likes of McLean and perhaps Sorensen and Lees Melu maybe. We'll see when we get to the summer, but there's some upgrades to be done, and I think he's one of them. And it was just a case of he was available. A few notable outs. Tim Krul wanted to go. Angus Gunn's been my first choice. I couldn't really stop him. It was fair enough. Got a few million for him. He went off to Rubin. I think all of these are youngsters. You've got Grant Hanley again. I wanted to keep him around for backup, and he has got a few games, but he wanted to go out on loan. So he's gone out to Brighton. And Abu Kamara, this was a shame because he's gone out to Stoke for a diminutive fee. And actually, I thought he was a good player, a good youngster. Started to play him a little bit, but he wasn't having it. He wanted to be classed as a star player straight away, and obviously he wasn't going to be playing. So we've lost him, but on we move. A couple of players that have come back to us from loan. Gabriel Silva we've recalled. You'll probably find him another loan because he's obviously played for multiple teams, but he wasn't getting the game time where he was. I think it was Stoke. And apart from that, that's it. So the squad's a little bit bloated. I've moved some of them out that are out on loan, but there's a few on the loan list. Kieran Dowell, Placetta, who just aren't getting the sort of consistent game time. They look decent, but we'll be able to upgrade them in the summer, I think, for some decent youngsters. So anyway, we've rambled on, but there was a lot to get through. We're sat in 10th. we are within touching distance of this. The Europa Conference League. I'm not going to get carried away. If we finish 10th, I'll be thrilled. And we haven't done like a huge amount of business and generating funds by shipping players out and bringing a load of players in. So we've found a tactic that seems to be working pretty well for us. Timo Pukki's on 18 league goals. What's he on total? 19. Yeah, he's one in the Carabao. So he's flying, and things are looking pretty good. So it's time for the FA Cup. It's Tottenham again. We've beaten them twice this season. I'm hoping we can add a third to that. Obviously, the league's more important for us, really. I think this first season, but this is the team we're going for. It's pretty much the first team. I'm experimenting a little bit with Cantwell out here as a Ramdeuter. I'm just trying to get a little bit more out of him because he's a decent player, and we're just, as you can see, he's just not playing well. We just don't seem to be able to get a tune out of him. So, experimenting with that. And yeah, but otherwise, it's a fairly familiar setup. Just before we get into it, guys, again, thank you for all of the support since the new game came out. I know there's a couple of regulars that I seem to have that drop comments in and things like that, which is great. I love responding to all of that. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Let people know. Get some more people involved. Drop us a like, subscribe. We've got the socials as well, so all of the retweets and things are appreciated. We've got Scott's Derby save continuing on the channel as well. New content coming from that soon. It's become a bit of a struggle, more so than you might have thought in League One. So really interesting to see if that can be turned around. If you haven't watched any of the series so far, pop over to the channel. I'll pop some cards up, over the next couple of seconds, so you can jump back into them. And yeah, just thanks for the support. Long may it continue. Here we go then, guys. Confidence is high. We're playing well, playing good football, scoring goals. Beat Tottenham twice this season. Fingers crossed we can do it again. It's been a while since you've seen a win. I don't know have you even seen a win? That first one of the season, maybe. I don't know if you've seen one since then. So it'd be nice to get one here. That was against Tottenham as well. So there's your obligatory first highlight. Is it right that there's no fans here? And it goes. Bit of a scramble. Get it out, boys. Early pressure from Tottenham. Found their way through again. Keep your shape. Staying compact. And that's easy for Gunn. Bit of a ropey start. We're not always the fastest starters, to be fair. It takes us a little while to work our way into games. Just try and keep it tight early on. Let's remember, Tottenham are having a bad season. I think they're below us in the table, but if you look at the quality that's on the pitch and the Harry Kane, Son, Lucas Moura, that's some way and above what we have. Here we go. This is our first attack, hopefully. Passing it well. Good ball through to Pukki. Needs some help though. Rashika crosses, and Cantwell got to the header, but couldn't keep it down. Good little bit of play though. let's just, I like to do this, start up a little bit more compact, and then just as we start working our way into the game, start pressing, start applying some pressure. It's difficult. It's sort of re-evaluating now which teams we shouldn't beat. We're sat in 10th and we're playing well, grinding out some good results with some good performances. So I'm enjoying it. His son, good cross, easy for Gunn again though. I'm happy for those sort of floated crosses to come in. We can deal with those generally speaking. I'd like to see something from us though. But yeah, I think at the minute my biggest concern is Cantwell. I just don't seem to be able to get any sort of consistency from him. Giving the ball away pretty poorly there. That's a good ball from Kane to Son. He's the main threat, I think, here. Good ball in again. Comfortable for Gunn, but we are letting a few too many of those come in at the minute. Give the ball away. Oh, Dombele's gone down injured. I'd have played on. Okay, so it's not the most interesting so far. We've not really created too much, but we've got a corner here. Gilmore will whip it in towards Ozan. Headed away. Oh, Norman gets a shot on, and it's in! Top corner! I thought it was going wide. Smashed it! Come on then, Matthias. Such an important player for us, and I'm surprised that's his first goal of the season, to be fair. I know he plays a much deeper role, but see what happened here, because it looked like it was going wide, and I need to get my eyes tested maybe. Rashica into Norman. He's got his... Just placed it first time into the top corner. Come on then, the boys. And we are leading Tottenham again. Surrendering possession, which is interesting. We've been pretty good in possession for the most part, which is interesting. I think I said last time, like, I always struggle to keep possession and then have an actual tactic that wins, but we seem to have found something. But we're surrendering it here, but I'm not too bothered away at Tottenham. It's not a problem. If it starts to drop below 40%, though, that's obviously a bit of a concern. I think we can just bring it back a little bit now. Don't concede early. Oh, that was a bit too easy, wasn't it? Someone's gone to sleep somewhere. Just a couple of passes. A good run from Son. Aaron's has lost him, hasn't he? All ends up. You can't let Son into the box like that. Ah! Okay, definitely have to keep it tight now till half time. That's okay, back to square one. Cantwell booked as well. Tottenham corner. And it comes. Okay. Let's have a little. I do like to switch this. I'll tweak things in the game, but the counter press regroup thing I think is important to switch. Try and either when you've got the momentum naturally or when you need to try and force some momentum. I don't always get it right. Probably see here. That's headed away. Cantwell can't get there. Surprise, surprise. Tipped over by Gunn. Just need to last till half time now. Get out. Oh, don't let Kane have a header there. Let's put it wide. Road I look just a little bit. Okay, one each. Probably happy with that. They've had the bulk of the play. I'll lie and say that we've been the better team. I don't think we have. I think Cantwell's not working out there. Solis can come in. Push him up. See if we can sort of add almost as a second striker. Probably look to bring Puig on at some point in the second half, just to add a little bit more flair and creativity. There we go. Rashica robs him early. Come on then, boys. Early doors. Or nothing. Love an initial highlight. Love an FM highlight at the start of a half. This is concerning. Okay, we're on the ball again though. Come on boys, let's get it forward. Good little reverse to Williams. Round the corner to Solis. Into Matuidi. Blaze through into Pookie! Oh, look at that. Is he offside? I thought he was on, but it's probably close. Good little bit of play as well. It was excellent finish. Matuidi just held it. No, he's just gone too early, hasn't he? Look at that little shift of weight in bottom corner as well. Deserved a goal, but yeah, it's a yard off. It's a shame, but they're the sort of areas. There's little balls in behind. Pookie's just straight onto him. The form he's in, he slots it away, but I'm concerned. Where's the ball? I have no idea what happened there. We've survived, and Pookie can get us away. Charmed life a little bit there. We've not looked great defending corners today. They come again. Son allowed to travel, but Aarons gets the challenge in. We're inviting too much pressure here, guys. Come on. Great challenge, Brandon Williams. Whoa. Reguilon was in then. Come on, Rashika. Get us up the pitch. Oh, you can't give it away there. Aarons is already gone. Aarons tracking back. Good ball into Lucas. It's not quite working at the minute. A little bit sloppy. Rashika's got a 7 point. I know he got the assist, but that was shocking, giving the ball away like he just did then. Okay. I think it's time for Ricky Puig to come on. You're gonna go. I'll let him go a little bit. Just pull this back a spot. I don't want to go too mad. Let's hope the little Spaniard can unlock something for us. You saw that little pass from Matuidi. That's a good way to get at him. And obviously Puig's got that in his locker. Not from passes to him like that though. Good God. Just balance it. Let's just balance it. We need to just get hold of the ball a little bit. Not creating enough. I swear it's cursed. Every time I record an episode, this happens. There's no highlights, nothing to talk about. We've been really average. Have dominated us for shots. The one shot on target. I'm glad we are being ruthless. That's the good thing. But you know, from a numbers game, don't shoot, you don't score. What are we doing here? Okay, fine. Let's get up the pitch a little bit. Oh, for fuck's sake! That is pathetic. That's really annoying. Right, you're coming off. You've done my head in. Really annoying. Really, really annoying. Playing out from the back's all great, but just a pass like that is absolute suicide. So we need to just go for it a little bit now. I don't want to go too mad. There is still time, but that's we've kept doing that in the second half, haven't we? Just in our own half, silly passes that they're just going to run onto. They're not even pressing us horrifically, but stuff like that you can't just. Come on, boys. Is there some late drama for the episode, or is it another match that's just going to dwindle out? And it's like I'm cheating or something. all this form, and then we play like this. Definitely need more good thing about the cup is you don't have to worry about any sort of goal difference, or doesn't matter how many we lose by. So time to go for it now, chaps. Let's take that off. Need to be expressive. Just need to simplify it a little bit, and we need to go for it. Five minutes. See what we got. That's all I've got, I think. Maybe we can actually, can we look at some of the roles? Can probably push him up. Aarons and Williams can get forward as well. See if we can create some overloads. Can be on there. And this gun can sweep. That's it. I've played my hand. We're on the table. Can we at least create something? Let's give ourselves a chance, boys. Come on. Beat Tottenham twice by this scoreline. Don't just tick off. Rashika with the free kick. That is crazy bad. Oh no. Well, sorry about that, guys. That was pretty abject, that second half performance, wasn't it? You know, it's not necessarily the worst result in the world, but that was not good. I don't know what to say. We've been on such a good run of form. The games have been entertaining. We've played good stuff. You know, fans are happy, scoring goals, and that was just full of errors. Really sloppy. You know, maybe there's something I could have done. Those tactics experts of you, let me know. Always happy for feedback on that front. But it seemed to me like it was just sloppy by too many players, too many mistakes that just didn't allow us to then build attacks because we were just giving the ball back to them. You know, in our own half all the time and inviting that pressure. They weren't particularly good, but we've sort of gifted them that second goal at the very least. So, disappointing one. Really disappointing one. Don't want to talk to the press after that. So, well, we're out of the FA Cup. I suppose I'd rather that than a loss in the league because we're making such good progress there, and we can, you know, we can have a really good finish on our hands and set ourselves up, you know, like financially, things like that for the following seasons when we're going to crack on. So let's have a look at where we're going to be coming back, because we are getting towards that business end now. So we'll play on a bit through here. We'll probably come. It'll largely depend, I guess, on how it goes. But we'll definitely come back for one or two more before the end of the season. Probably somewhere around here, and then if there's some excitement, you know, but for one of the last games of the season to see if we can, you know, maybe we can push into the Conference League. Who knows? But you know, either way, we'll come back for a couple more, I would have thought. So. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry it wasn't the best game, but you know, as a series, it's going really well. So hopefully you're enjoying that. If there's anything you want to see, how the videos are laid out structure-wise, do you want to see anything more? Please let me know. Always happy to have ideas. If you're happy with the current, let me know that as well. And always happy to adapt and show you guys what you want to see. Otherwise, stay safe and see you soon. Cheers.